The Ascended Masters, Master Ancestor Teacher. This is a Day of the Dead special, family. Day of the Dead special. Look, I can't make it up. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's the deal? Dreamwise here for another one. Look, I can't make it up. If y'all don't have no ancestors to deal with on the Day of the Dead and Hallows Eve, deal with the Master Teachers. Deal with these Ascended Masters, and I'm going to show you why and how. Because essentially, hey, and the way they left should be a case study. And the interesting thing is, I didn't realize, because the way they left, all three of them, Brother Panic, Kilindi, and Lilia, Afrika, the way they transitioned to everybody was a shock. It was almost like, oh, what? Hey, nigga could not make it up. It was damn near like a what? You should kind of get shook when they left, right? So I'm gonna explain a little bit about why they left in the particular time and how they left, and how they're sitting on their crown, their royal glory right now. But first, I wanted to give the family this because I thought this was very important to give to the family in these particular times, right? You must carve out 30 minutes for yourself a day. 30 minutes, easy, right? And something a little bit disturbing was I had a consultation yesterday, and one of the gods, he was just explaining to me like his time and stuff like that, right? And I want to reassure the family over and over and over again. What I'm doing is about spiritual work, the end. So if you're not a spiritual worker, then you're just listening to me for basic entertainment and shit. What we're talking about with spiritual work is everybody should have 30 minutes for themselves a day, easy, right? You do. You give 8 hours to a job you don't like to be at, and then you give another 3 hours to TV that doesn't really serve you. So now 30 minutes a day for yourself shouldn't be hard to carve out. Niggas say I got kids and all of that stuff and da da da. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. This is about transformation, and this is about getting to another space of God. So 30 minutes to yourself a day is going to change your life, period. And the way you break down them 30 minutes can be as simple as 10-minute chakra work, 10-minute visualization, manifestation visualization, 10-minute kundalini work, 10-minute 10-minute rich ancestor veneration work, 10-minute tuning fork work. I was using the tuning fork on my lower back this rising because I hit the squats in a different way. I was like, oh shit, and that shit worked. So, and then you don't got to be 3 things. It could be 2 things, 15 and 15, whatever. But the idea is to have a consistent practice. This is what this is all about. To dedicate to your inner transformation self. And all I'm asking is for 30 minutes a day. And if you don't know, these motherfuckers did that every day. You feel me? Shout out to the gods. And essentially, they transformed and illuminated into master teachers on the other side where they can help us and give us guidance and information. Now, they came to me in the dream. Well, Lilia, Afrika, and Panic came to me in the dream, right? And then I threw Kilindi in there because essentially he's part of that mix of people that just kind of transitioned. And it was like a shock of like, what in the world? How? You feel me? So y'all remember during COVID time, well, let me just show y'all this. So let's start with Lilia, Afrika, right? And if y'all don't know, this is the master, if you will. And see, people confuse Lilia with nutrition and shit like that. first he was a spiritualist first, right? His business was nutrition based off of his energetic imprint and how he believed you was going to have your spiritual illumination and transformation. And yes, all three of them went through a different process, so I'm going to explain all of that in a minute as well. But Lilia Afrika was first, a spiritualist first, so he understand the importance of the mind. You just have to find the videos where he's talking deeply about the mind, right? But his whole and his books, essentially all his books was about that, especially this one, right? Melanin, What Makes Black People Black, Lilia Afrika. And essentially, him being a spiritualist, you know, he used a different formation, as in the nutrition thing, to turn up his energy, right? Now, I'm a mixture of all three of these niggas. I'm just telling you what it is, because they all three had a real pivotal part of my life to transformation. And obviously Bobby is you know, Bobby is the ultimate, you feel me? I don't think I watch anybody more than Bobby, you feel me? He just out of there somewhere else. But these three, and the Lee Mel Bay, of course, right? But these three really had a big impact in my life that's on the other side right now, right? And also Seafree Manel, shout out to the gods. So it says Lilia Afrika, born in 1946, was a renowned holistic health expert, author, and lecturer. He dedicated over 50 years to studying and teaching African-centered health practices, focusing on the connection between diet, mental health, and cultural identity. Dr. Afrika passed away in 2020 at the age of 74. 74. So that 74 is important, family, because essentially, right, 74 adds up to 11. And yes, in my dream, which I'm not going to explain, somehow, some way, I figured out why their transition happened, which I'm about to share with y'all now. Because y'all remember, look, you got to be real. That shit, that nigga said, what? Lilia Afrika, what? Nigga, during the COVID, I thought we was all gone after I heard that niggas. He said, I'm up. No ailments, no disease. This nigga was master health. So you just knew, oh shit, it's over with, baby. Nigga, Lilia Afrika transition, niggas was scared, shook. I said, oh shit, this hey, that coat, you know, I can't say it on YouTube because they'll shut this thing down, but whatever, right? That shit, that COVID stuff, COVID, that shit. I said, boy, even though he didn't have it, so let's be clear about that. He didn't have it. He just got the hell up out of here in his own divine way. But from what I heard, he died, he or she transitioned in his sleep peacefully. And he was healthy than a motherfucker. So you know that nigga checked out. And y'all seen Dr. Afrika's videos. This nigga disdain for humans was different. He couldn't even help it. His facial expression was just he just disgusted, arms crossed, look at you in a particular way, like you just the dirt, the death. Nigga used to look at niggas like they was trash, nigga. What? Hey, I can't make it up. That nigga used to have the gall, the audacity. Why is these people talking to me? Look, I used to be like, oh, this nigga really don't like y'all human niggas. God damn. Chaos in the blood. But Lilia Afrika was very pivotal for me because I went when I was on my 30-day fast and a lot of my different fasts, but my first long fast, 30-day fast, right? I took everything off of his site. I took every single thing. Well, I took a whole bunch of his supplements off of his site because he had a video speaking on fasting that was very pivotal in me conquering that 30 days. You feel me? And you know, I'm a scientist, I'm an experimentalist, so I just wanted to do a 30-day just to see if I could do it, honestly, and just to see the transformational shift that I would have, right? And boy, did I have one. You feel me? Because the 30-day fast, I still was embarking in the green juices. So I was juicing every day, right? But now my 40-day fast was straight water. You feel me? But the 30-day fast was green juices and the supplements that Lilia Afrika had on his site. And those supplements was important based off of him saying you needed particular things in your body as you fast. Y'all know what fasting video I'm talking about. If you don't, just put in Lilia Afrika fasting, right? So another aspect of that was I used to watch that video all the day, every day, just to stay motivated to get through the fast. You feel me? Just to keep my mind in the space of saying, okay, this is a good thing for me. This is happening. I'm in it. I'm with it. You feel me? And Lilia Afrika was basically speaking on the fast as a spiritual transformation rather than just a health thing. So again, you know, I get it. The health thing is important, cool. But he was talking about something else that would turn on inside of you, that would bring you into another state of consciousness. So that's important in the aspect of understanding that there's many ways to enlightenment, right? There's many ways to illumination, right? We understand Panic had his way, Kilindi had his way, Lilia Afrika had his way, and they both made it to the top. You feel me? So understanding that to the core is very important and pivotal for us to understand. And him leaving at the number 11, 74 equals 11, very, very powerful and pivotal. Shout out to Dr. Melanie Stevenson, his wife. She's still running his site today, so you can go get them supplements off of his site, liliaafrica.com, and get his books, because essentially he's telling you what it is, right? See, so in my process of spirituality, especially dealing with Bobby and Lilia Afrika and C. Freemanel, I was more inclined to the aspect of melanin, right? And if you don't have any melanin, then, you know, hey, it is what it is. You feel me? If you ain't black, it's whack. You feel me? But throughout the years, I started to change and started to understand that not everybody, but there's some Caucasian people that has souls. You feel me? Because melanin is based on the neuromelanin, right? And you can see it based off of you doing the eye test with some of these Caucasian people and saying, like, what the fuck is that? Go check out the goddess Yeba, this white chick, Yeba. Yeah, y'all listen to her and tell me she ain't black. You can't learn that shit. What? Yeba. Nigga, you can't learn that shit, nigga. What she's doing, she on another level of God. Let me show y'all real quick. Y'all go check this chick out, Yeba, and tell me she ain't black. I dare you to tell me she ain't black. Listen to, when you hear her sing, I dare you. Listen to her sing, and I promise you, you're gonna be like, oh nah, she's definitely one of us, straight up. Regardless of how we want to feel, whatever, she got that shit. You feel me? So and then there's a lot more out there, right? A lot of authors. I told Phil Cooper back in the day, like, nigga, you got it too, nigga. You wrote these masterful books that black people can understand. Oh, happy day. You feel me? Lon Milo Duquette, he's another one, right? See, some of these Caucasian people come into the fold as a disguise to be able to get things done in this earth realm. Based off of them, it might be easier for them to get the information out. You feel me? And that's what it is. So, and just remember, if we're gods, then we have the ability to be whatever the fuck we want or come into any vessel we want, right? Go check out the goddess Yeba and tell me she ain't black. Chaos in the blood. So yeah, that's Lilia, Afrika, absolutely master teacher, and he died at 74, number 11. Also, who died at 70 or at 11, what a coincidence, around the same time is Master Kilindi. Kilindi E. Now this nigga, hey, I cannot make. See, Kilindi is who I want to aspire to be, nigga. That nigga 30-gram shrooms and shit. I used to watch his videos and all like, what? I wish I had the now obviously you got to walk it down, right? So you go 3 grams of shrooms, then 5, then 7 grams of shrooms. Then eventually you get to Kilindi stage, which is 28 to 30 grams of shrooms, which he was seeing the future, the past, everything. Now, Kilindi, let me read his thing real quick, because he was a martial artist as well and all of that good stuff. Kilindi Ely was born on March 18th, 1955 and passed away on April 10th, 2020. This is right in the COVID mix. He was a renowned figure in the psychedelic community, known for his pioneering work with high-dose psilocybin mushrooms and his exploration of African martial arts, consciousness, and spirituality. Kilindi's approach combined ancient knowledge with modern exploration, impacting communities worldwide through his lectures, workshops, and personal experience with psychedelics. His legacy continued to inspire and educate within the psychedelic and spiritual community. He transitioned at the age of 65, the master. So, there was a time in my life where I was taking shrooms, like microdosing and shit like that, right? And I never really just jumped off the edge because, one, it was just so hard to find. So, you had to conserve the amount you had and shit like that, right? And then 2, like, I just wasn't knowledgeable about it. But when I listened to Kilindi, I said, fuck it. I'm going to take my first. It wasn't even a heroic dose. It was it was a 3.5. What you call that dose? That's the baby dose. What's up, y'all? Man, I keep on forgetting to click on this comments thing. What's up, y'all? What's the deal, family? What's the deal? Look, Jarvo said it, 3.5 took to the unknowns. Yeah, that's it. See, I took that 3.5. Looking crazy, baby. I did that 3.5 and I was gone. This is a little bit when I just started getting on YouTube about 7 years ago and shit. Took that 3.5 and I was gone. I was seeing all kinds of colors and stuff. I went to the park. This one, we was staying in a 1-bedroom apartment and shit. Went to the park, colors. The sky was doing all kind of shit. And I was feeling one and in a whole different holistic state. And I remember I took that 3.5 and the overall, and I cried on that 3.5, heavy, right? And the overall arching energy was, I just wanted to play with my son. I had one child at the time. Just wanted to run back to play with my son. You feel me? He was 1 at the time. You feel me? But shit, working a job, daycare, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, time is just shot. But what I realized in that experience with that 3.5 was, it was all because you know how you be in the ego of the world and shit, right? You trying to get to the money or whatever just so you can buy back your time and freedom. So then I had went into a whole different stage when I took that 3.5. And just the tears came down because essentially the only reason why I was going so hard with trying to make money was because I wanted to run back to play with my son. And that shit was a big ass moment for me of realization, which, you know, it doesn't seem as hard to understand that, but nigga, when you are on, you know, that shroom like that, it'll take you away, baby. It'll take you away. And that 3.5 was a lot to eat. I had the scale and shit. Put it on the scale. I'm like, God damn, this is a lot. The fuck, 3.5? I'm like, how the fuck is Kilindi taking 28 to 30? I used to watch his videos and all, like, nigga. Shout out to Kilindi, man. So, you know, and Kilindi is one of those that he'll take the shrooms and he'll tell you what the future was. That nigga predicted that. He told us the future. He took a large amount of shrooms and he said, one day everybody will be on headsets and there won't be nobody won't go to like no physical classes or nothing. So the kids will be all at home on headsets. You feel me? And essentially they'll be learning through the headset or whatever, right? Or with the headsets on. And essentially there won't be no and he was talking about the fridges and how advanced technology was going to be and all this other stuff. And this was before the tech boom and all this AI stuff is coming online right now, right? So shout out to Kilindi, and then a few times when he took some high mushroom doses, he went back to Egypt. And then he brought the information back, and he just went into a whole different spiritual transformation of giving us information of why we need to take high doses of mushrooms. So y'all go watch his videos as well. But nigga, that shit shocked the hell out of niggas, boy. This nigga martial arts, qigong ass nigga, and he transitions. 2020 niggas was stuck when they heard that shit. What? First Lilia, Afrika. Then Kilindi. Niggas said the world was about to end, boy. You see them two, they healthy as hell. What? Hey, niggas was shocked. Boys was in this whole like, all right, hey, we gonna have to figure this thing out because maybe it's over with now. Because if they gone, I know niggas is up. It must be something in the air, whatever. You feel me? And again, Kilindi died peacefully, right? See, this wasn't no government thing or no shit like that, right? With like the Dr. Sebi stuff, right? No agenda behind it. They just literally checked out before that madness happened. So then during the COVID time, you go into the store, lines, there's a long ass line to get in the grocery store. And these two done checked out, and you looking around and it's just pandemonium in the streets. You like, nigga, this whole much of this shit. Bobby was right the whole time. This shit about to end, baby. It's going down. He didn't mean, he must have meant 2012, must have been 2021. I say change the numbers around, there it go. Say them two left and boys was, or at least, you know, in my circle of spiritual friends and shit, niggas was looking around like, all right, I guess this is it, baby. Hey, it go down. So definitely I want to check out Kilindi. And he's also 11. He transitioned at 65, which is 11, right? And then when we look at the number 11, we got to understand the master number 11. Because the master number 11 is considered a master number and is said to have a high frequency, creative energy that connects people to the spiritual realm. So then when you think about 11, right? And then you think about the significance of master number 11, and then you think about these two master teachers transitioning on the 11, right? That's very, very important to understand that you can tap into them right now during the days of the dead. So what I'm saying is, I don't want y'all to take for granted this thinning of the veil we're about to go into, right? Because, you know, your mind could get convoluted with the distraction of the day, which is the little dark energy and shit like that. This is a powerful time this Friday, Saturday. Wait, Halloween is Thursday, Friday to Monday. A powerful time for you to tap in and get some work in with a particular ancestor, whether they be blood related or they be one of these niggas. You feel me? Because again, right, we got to get off the logic and understand that when you do receive your messages and transmissions from one of the guides, one of the master teachers with their master numbers, it is not going to be no ABC logical thing. You're just going to have to be able to sense and feel that the energy is present inside of you, right? Or you're going to have to really pay attention to your symbols. Now, really don't pay attention to it because it's just going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And your symbols is going to give you clarity on whatever ancestor work you did and them coming through with the information heavy so you can actually get into a space of, you know, living out your purpose driven. So you don't want to miss the opportunity this Thursday to Monday to put in work. Just like I said, 30 minutes a day. See, when I was telling the young guy, like, look, you just need to carve out 30 minutes a day for yourself, right? You can do a 15-minute chakra work and then a 15-minute manifestation visualization or a 15-minute tuning fork work, right? Because the tuning fork, when you put it on your pineal gland and all your chakras, you're still getting the benefits of the work, right? And a 15-minute ancestor veneration work. Niggas got 30 minutes for themselves, boy. But you not believing it, or you just don't see the value in the actual work because you're not understanding how the work is actually giving you the benefits. But it's something that you're not going to put 1, 2, 3 together. You're going to be overall holistically changed, and you will probably never put it to that damn ritual you did. See, when I tell you to get into your 30-minute spiritual work, this is just energy work. You transforming your energy, right? These boys transform their energy up out of this bitch. That's it. Energy doesn't die, it transforms. It transforms. So if you're going to be in a space of transcending yourself into another level of God, right? Into another level of consciousness, right? Then you have to get into your work masterfully to where you can be able to, you know, understand that this is about your inner G, the inner God inside of you, which is the inner G. So the more you get into that first, the more everything will start to work out for you, and the world will just start to shift to your nature. Very, very important for the family to understand. So you got masters, teachers to fuck with, right? Because essentially, Lilia, Afrika transitioning on the master number 11, Kilindi transitioning on the master number 11, and it says master number 11, spiritual insights and intuition, visionary and inspiration in spirit. That's what the energy is going to bring to you, right? Sensitivity and empathetic, spiritual awakening and transformation. So these are two guides that are very important to deal with in that particular time. And the master number, another master number, 55, Brother Panic. Now panic is and I want to get this understanding to the family, because I think a lot of times we're missing what's happening, right? We all have a different plight in a walk down here. So some people are in the school of I like to put it like this. There's people that are supposed to be Buddhas, and there's people that are supposed to be Shivas. So if you see a picture of Shiva, right, he's aesthetically strong and, built or whatever, right? And he has a frame, fellas, right? That's why we practice the Shivatism in the Patreon, because I want the family to understand that this is the role that I'm supposed to play in the Shivatism thing, right? Some people are Buddhas. So these Buddhas are different, right? You can see them with the bellies and stuff like that. You feel me? They have an inner peace within them that moves their energy accordingly. So Panic is a Buddha. Bobby is a Buddha. Uh, uh, Brother Yosef is a Buddha, right? There's a few more Buddhas out there. Y'all know, Sagura. If you see the dude Sagura, he's a Buddha. You feel me? Even if you don't have a belly, you can still be in the space of Buddhism. My bro God Travis is a Buddha. You feel me? Travis Majors. So that's cool, right? And the Buddhism is cool. There's no right or wrong, good or bad, whatever. Cool, right? There's some of us that are Shivas, like myself, right? Wayne Chandler is a Shivatism. You feel me? C. Freemanel definitely is a Shiva. Now that doesn't mean you can't have both, because C. Freemanel could be Shiva and Buddha, right? Like a grand master in that level of genius. You feel me? Lilia Afrika definitely is Shiva. You feel me? And Kilindi is Shiva, right? Now, we have particular frames that we need to understand to the core that's a symbol for the energy you're supposed to move with. And Shivatism or Shivas are basically have to challenge their outer world, right? Because they're heavily influenced by the distractions of the day. So that could be sex, alcohol, drugs. That's what I was all into, all that shit, right? Just TV, porn, all of that shit. They got to discipline themselves in that level of genius, right? To become the ultimate aesthetic. And this ultimate aesthetic is basically just a spiritual worker or a spiritual disciplined one that moves through the world and can bat that shit down. You feel me? And a lot of y'all are Shivatism, by the way, especially if you played sports when you were younger. Now, the Buddha people, like Bobby Hemmett, like Brother Yosef, right? They have an inner peace inside of them. It's a different inner peace inside of them where it's just more so focused on their inner world and their self, like Panic and shit. You feel me? So their discipline doesn't necessarily have to come from fighting off the external energies and the walks of life, the waking life, or the struggles of the day. You feel me? Their power can be infused inside of them based off of they can just be by themselves and be good than a motherfucker. You feel me? That's why Bobby say, hey, I just want to listen to my music and be in my own zone. You don't even see Bobby now, right? He's still alive, by the way. You don't even see him. He's somewhere in South Carolina jamming his music, chilling, not trying to even worry about y'all. You feel me? Same thing with like Yosef. He's a loner too. You feel me? He's what? I didn't give a fuck about a party or any of that shit, right? Same thing with Panic and all. There's some Buddhas out there that has, and you can tell by the way your body is formed, right? Now, some of y'all might be thinking that you're Buddhas, but you're really Shivas in the light. So now you might be moving in the space of Buddhism, but you really need to be moving in the space of Shivatism. Because my bro God Will is a Buddha. You feel me? He could be by himself and stuff. Even though Will, he like both Shiva and Buddha too. But if you see, you wear it right. So if you're a Buddha, you wear it right, right? You can wear the big belly right. And you can walk with that shit smoothly. You feel me? And effortlessly, right? Red and blue pill, they're Shivas, Shivatisms. You feel me? So your build will explain what God you're supposed to reside with, fellas, and you want to move into, right? And this is vice versa, and it can be for the ladies as well. You feel me? You just have to really look, because ladies are more inclined with the hourglass shapes and stuff like that. You feel me? But there's a certain presence of, if you're thick, you know what I'm saying, like country thick, right? Or if you're petite, you feel me, like a smaller chick. So then you just have to correlate the two energies and just understand which one you resonate with heavier. So now with Panic, right? With Panic transitioning at 55, hey, he did his big one, and he was in the space of God in a whole different level, in a whole different way, based off of him being his true divine self, and moving in the space of power of God, right? And it still all correlates back to the one, right? The one, master number one, right? 55 equals 10 equals 1. You feel me? And this says, Brother Panic, a prominent teacher in the metaphysical and occult communities, gained a loyal following through his deep insights into esoteric topics. Known for his unique approach to spirituality, Panic taught about occult science, metaphysical practices, and esoteric knowledge, emphasizing the importance of self-empowerment and inner transformation. His teachings were accessible through Blog Talk Radio, YouTube, lectures, and where he guided seekers on how to tap into their spiritual potential. Shout out to Panic. So again, Panic's site is still up. Shout out to my fairy godmother, Khadija, right? And y'all can go to her website, occultlectures.com, and get Panic's books. He wrote 2 books, which is absolutely a gift to the world, in the aspect of him transitioning, and he put these damn books out so niggas can have chaos in the blood, baby. So his second book was absolutely a gem, but this first one is probably the one most niggas need. You feel me? Just based off of Panic really diving deep into all of this stuff, right? He dived into the pineal gland, the chakras, Palo Mayambe, all of that shit, Gnosticism, but I don't like the first part of it. I never really liked the first part. I don't know. Well, it's still a good book, but I just didn't like the first part of him putting this, whatever it was. You know what was the best thing I heard Panic do? Panic did when he did the Cthulhu mythos. Oh, he did it in this book. Yeah, I decoded this book too as well. That Cthulhu mythos was absolute. I ain't never heard nobody break it down like that. So that shit was fucking a classic, based off of his mind interpreting it to symbols that breaks it down into energies inside of you. Absolutely powerful transmission he went through with the Lovecraft Cthulhu mythos stuff, because again, we can use these monsters and understand energies inside of us to start to manipulate our world inside, right? So definitely go to Occult Lectures and grab his books, because essentially that's where the power is in these gems. And Again, the Day of the Dead is coming up, and Panic is very active in giving niggas some information. So now I'm gonna show y'all how to do it and how to get in touch with all three of these niggas, if you will. You feel me? But remember and understand, right? All three of them have their own way to light. You feel me? Lilia Afrika, his way to light was through the holistic health and putting the right stuff in your body, right? Brother Panic was more so in, hey, this is about the mind. The mind is all. I can say that these Skittles is going to turn me up, and they sure will. You feel me? I can eat whatever the fuck I want, and me transmuting the energy of the food will power me up internally, right? So think about it like Peter Pan or something like that. You feel me? Never Neverland. That's what he is. He's Peter Pan. He's the pan, right? He is the pan. That's what it is, Panic. And then Kilindi with the mushrooms and the psychedelics, right? That's very important in some people's walks of life because some people need the shrooms or Mother Aya to let go because the burden might be so heavy that they need a particular psychedelic to take them up out of here. And each three ways, there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, whatever, right? Each three ways is good. You feel me? Is great. And whichever one resonates with you more, then go for that. Go for yours. You feel me? Because essentially you want to be the ultimate scientist on yourself and run experiments on yourself to see which one fits your energy more. So if the veganism thing is for you, right, which is still it doesn't have anything to do with health, even though that's a good benefit that you will receive, the veganism can still infuse your spiritual walk of life based off of your energy is changing, right? And you're moving in a different light, right? And when you do like detoxes and stuff and release all that toxins and stuff from your body, your Kundalini energy has a chance to raise up and hit that pineal gland, which is going to give you more prophetic messages. Same thing with Panic, right? His way was using symbols and really moving in the form of rituals, right? And bringing forth a particular energy just based off of him using his mind alone. So that's a great practice to have. Obviously, that's the ultimate practice to have because the mind is all, the universe is mental, right? But you know, there's steps to this thing, right? And there's levels to this shift. So you have to be able to be honest with yourself and not say, well, I'm a Panic. You feel me? Or I'm a Lilia Afrika and the veganism don't work for you. Or I'm a Panic and you eating meat and it doesn't serve you, right? This is about honesty, family. This don't have nothing to do with nothing else but honesty. If the shrooms don't work for you, then that's good. That's okay. You don't have to go off of everybody's myth or everybody's association with how they get down with the get down. You have to go off of your own thing, right? And move into your level of gnosis based off of you experimenting with all of it. And say, oh, okay, this works. Nah, this doesn't work. Oh, okay, I like this, right? And so on and so forth. And then over the years, what's going to happen is you're going to find one particular spiritual walk that you can level up into, and then you'll let that be your spiritual path of the day. But if you're looking out at somebody else and seeking and saying, okay, well, I like his personality, so maybe I'll do it like this nigga. It doesn't matter, even myself. Like, I'm chaos, so I'm just a chaos being. I'm doing everything, right? And I'm trying everything based off of me knowing that some things work for me, some things doesn't. But if I try, then I can know how to move accordingly. You feel me? Like tuning forks might not work for some people. They work for me. You feel me? Grounding works for me. Sun gazing works for me. And I know I can't just eat anything. So shit, I'm not in the lane of the panic. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, right? Of like saying, oh, okay, I can just eat whatever the fuck I want and then I'll be turned up. Right? So I had to be honest with myself and say, okay, well, I can't really take 2 shots of alcohol and then go into my meditation, because essentially my Shivatism ass needs to be able to discipline that part of me that wants to take more and more shots. You feel me? I can't just smoke weed, because then I'm gonna want to smoke it all the time. And then that doesn't serve me any good, because now I'm stuck in a dependency zone where I'm dependent on it just to watch a movie. So this is about internal work and understanding and being honest with yourself and being authentic with yourself and saying, okay, well, this works for me. This doesn't work for me. This works. If the ancestor veneration doesn't work for you, then hey, that's okay. You don't got to judge yourself on it, because again, remember, if you're judging yourself, then that's you being the enemy of the state. That's the devil. You're judging your own experience based off of you not understanding that you might be in a different lane, in a different zone of genius. Look, you know why public schools is so bad? Hey, y'all like this video up? Baby, like this video up. I see y'all in here. Like this thing up. Public schools are bad just based off of they're not even understanding that a lot of kids work, or everybody works in different ways. So some kids can't just sit there and listen to you for 8 hours. They need to get up and move, right? Other kids might be good with their hands. Other kids might be writers, right? That's why private schools are so important, because essentially if you can develop a child's strength, then they can use that as a superpower, and then that superpower can turn into businesses, whatever, right? But it can turn into an intuitive process for them to channel. So that's what Kendrick Lamar is, essentially, right? This nigga is channeling through music based off of him having a strong current for writing at a young age. If y'all read his Bizarre article, right? So he said, yeah, my teacher just gave me the motivation and the encouragement by saying some powerful words to me as I was writing, and she really loved my work. So then he was able to use that superpower, right? That writing superpower, and then turn it into music, which now fuels him, which is energy. The money is energy, but then it also fuels the world, where he's like shifting the world in code based off of him trying to get the message out to the ones that can hear. So now understand to the core, right? You just have to understand one thing. You got to choose one person, one. So with the Day of the Dead coming up, right? And this is important. And this master number 55, which is when panic transition, it says the number 55 is considered an angel number and a master number that can signify a number of things, including transformation, balance, independence, expression, guidance, and alignment. So what you want to do, right, during this Day of the Dead, because it's happening this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right? Preparation is key. Preparation is key. That's number one. Intention is definitely key. You got to go in asking for something. Don't ask these niggas. Don't just do it because you're trying to be all cute and shit, right? See, that's called religion. When you're like, all right, I'm gonna just do this because I just want to be cute and I want to just wear my best church outfit. You feel me? And go to the church and sit there and make sure these other church members know that shit, I'm in here. You feel me? That's called a social group. Niggas love the what y'all remember your mama used to go to church. Y'all remember shit. Used to go to church and just be getting dressed up. Don't give a fuck about what Jesus talking about. Just want to shit on them other females in the church. Your mama used to go to that church. Oh yeah, I'm about to kill him today. Got her hair done. I got my earrings in. Just I'm about to get, yeah, y'all know. And then don't let the old deacons fool you, nigga. Them niggas coming with that straight 2-piece suit on. They like, oh yeah, I'm gonna catch me one today. That hug be a little bit too huggy on my mama, boy. You better get off. That hug be a little bit too strong. Be in the church straight ego, boy. What? God damn. Then they get you with the music, the drummer going off, that shit sounding fly in the bitch. That shit moving your whole emotions, moving all your glands, your chakras is moving, and you don't know why you moving. And all of a sudden, you just take off running in that bitch. Ha! Hey, that church used to be, hey, shout out to my people that still go to church. I know there's a few of y'all in here. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, we have church. Hey, we be having church in the Patreon Sunday service where we do guided meditations, right? Because the real church is within. So that's the real church, is your body. Your body is the church of Christ consciousness. You feel me? So y'all know what to do, Patreon family. We're going to have it every other Sunday. It go down. So yeah, family, look, this is what you want to do. So you want to, let's say, because somebody had hit me, said they don't have no ancestors that they really want to deal with. Cool. Deal with one of these master teachers, right? It don't got to be one of these three, but you can deal with, C. Freeman transition, Dr. Savy transitioned. Who else transitioned? There's a whole plethora of master teachers that transitioned on the other side that you could deal with, right? So what you want to do is start listening to their videos. Like, let's say if we're dealing with Kilindi, right? Go YouTube they thought they had us when they created these YouTube devices and everything like that with the information age. You just got to discipline yourself to listen to that shit. You feel me? Because if it doesn't interest you in the moment, then hey, that sometimes happens, right? But you got to fight through that urge to go watch that Beauty in Black show. I ain't gonna lie, we watched the episode. We said, fuck it, let's watch one episode. We watched that one episode. It's like, all right. They started with the BBL, boy, because everybody was saying, oh, it's good. And I knew it wasn't good, but they started with the BBL death, I don't know if she died. We didn't watch episode 2. But they started with the BBL, black man beating females or whatever, you feel me? The hair products, cosmetics. I said, look at this. I said, damn. In the what they do, the infomercial thing. Hey, y'all come to this and y'all can get rich. She gave up $1 million. I said, Tyler Perry is funny, boy. That nigga. I said, that nigga hitting every stereotype quick, boy. Why this nigga? Hey, that nigga like, hey, black people like this. You keep on giving it to y'all. Shit, I probably watch the rest of them hoes just for a case study shit. Straight up, fuck it. I ain't mad. It probably, well, if I have time. Because right now we're watching that show. From. Everybody should be watching From. There's no excuse. From is off the chain, right? And then this Penguin show is off the chain. Penguin show ain't really no metaphysical thing, but still, it's good TV. So you want to listen to their videos. Listen to their videos heavy, right? During these particular times. You can start now listening to their videos heavy, over and over and over again, right? You don't got it don't even really gotta take that much. You can listen to it when you're driving home from work, take an hour of your day, listen to it, right? It don't take that much to start seeping into your spirit, right? Because remember, this is about energy. So you want to be in their spirit, because essentially in the quantum realm, everything lives inside of you, right? This is where the dark energy lies. You feel me? From the quantum, the smallest cell in your body. So you're just trying to activate them electrons to start stimulating thoughts about Kilindi or panic or Lilia, Afrika or whatever, right? Cool. Obviously, read their books. I got all of the Lilia, Afrika books and Panic's books, right? Read their books. Find some time to read. It's not gonna hurt you. You feel me? Especially this one. This one is a real good read if you haven't read it. Melanin: What Makes Black People Black. Lilia, Afrika. Um, um, yeah, listen to them constantly over and over and over again. Practice some of their teachings, whatever that might be. So if you're in the veganism thing with Lilia, Afrika, go for yours. Like D Ray and I, we're starting a fast November 1st. Not a fast, a detox, November 1st. That's on Friday, right? So we're starting that this Friday, detox, because this November, no means no, November. We just like to challenge ourselves during that particular time, especially in this fall months, right? To fall stuff to the wayside. So we're doing the Dr. Bobby Price fast. I'm gonna do it for 14 days, see how I feel after it. You feel me? Need something to challenge myself to. That's what it's gonna be, right? Drink that shit for 14 days. Dr. Bobby Price. He got a good detox that's good. It's bitter, it's nasty. I can never get past 7-8 days, but this time I'm gonna try to get to that 7-8 days. Also, that November is also no fat, fellas, so no ejaculation. Start practicing that Kundalini exercises, right, to where you can raise your energy up. See, if you say fuck it, November, I ain't gonna jack off or ejaculate or whatever, right, for the whole month, and you see what you are in December, right, which is the Deca, which is the 10, which is zeros and one, creative sphere, creativity, right, the creation story, then essentially you'll be more in alignment with the 2025, which is a 9-year. So hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. This is y'all last chance to get something good going for yourself, because 9 is completion. And in 2025, that 9-year is going to be based off of the work you've done in the past. So you still got some time, because remember, this is all about symbols, and these symbols is about energy. So it doesn't matter if it's a Gregorian calendar or whatever, you're resonating with the energy, period. So the symbol of 2025 is 9, right? So you're resonating with the 9, which is completion. So now what you're putting down right now is going to be completed in 2025. So you have to be very intentional and very forthright, disciplined in shifting your world based off of you saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go for mine real fast. I'm going to go for, I just said, I'm about to do 14 days of that Bobby Price. That shit nasty as hell, but I'm going to try to chop it. I ain't never got past 7 days. I'm going to try to catch that bitch. Now the no fap, definitely going to pull that off in November. You feel me? And go for mine during that time, right? But just understand that them winter months, when winter does come, right, that's when you start to feel sorrows and stuff like that, if you haven't really seen any growth or exponential change in your life, if you was looking for that, right? So that's called the seasonal depression, the SADS, right? So another part of the SADS is also taking vitamin D. So you want to take that vitamin D right now. You want to start right now because the sun is about to go away. And when there's no sun, this shit can get really trippy, if you will. You feel me? So you want to do that. Yes, sir, family. Give me any questions. What y'all got, baby? What y'all got? So yeah, listen to whoever you resonate with, right? During this time, and then go for yours in the ancestor veneration where you're giving your ancestor money, right? Or just infusing mantras and uh, uh, mantras and affirmations in the air to invoke that certain spirit, right? Based off of you, you know, putting in a code of whatever you want to see come into the fold in that attention, right? Now, another thing, because when you give the ancestor money, you're just burning the ancestor money, and you're saying, see, and that's why we're focusing on one. So you can do one a day. You feel me? One ancestor a day if you want to, right? You can do one of your personal ancestors and really speak to them with heart, with love, and then you can do one of these niggas and speak to them with heart and love, right? And then what's gonna happen is you'll start to see, like, you can't, this ain't no action reaction thing, so I don't want to give you a specific date when it's about to come, but it could come as quickly as the next day. Like I said, I had a dream about two of these niggas, right? Panic and Lilia, Afrika, and then shit, I went into my meditation and they gave me more clarity. So that's what I'm saying. This stuff is chaos. It's strange. You don't know how this thing is going to work its way out, right? Don't get caught up in that presidential energy. I already seen it. Getting caught up. Is it Kamala? Is it Trump? We can't wait, baby. Now, whoever it is, remember the 5th of November, whoever it is, that shit don't have nothing to do with you. Now, it's going to have something to do with you symbolically for the unconscious collective people, right? For the automaton people. But essentially, you want to move into a space of saying, okay, well, how can I transmute this energy and make it work for me? You feel me? Because again, if you are caught up in the presidential energy with the emotionalism of, we got to vote for Kamala, or we got to vote for Trump, or whatever the fuck, right? Then that means you're tied into one of these egregor spirits of, like, you believe that shit is actually happening, right? And you got to remove that particular entity attachment. There's a book called Entity Attachments, Detachment, that's not serving you, because you being emotionally invested in this thing is not your plight, right? You're just here to experience and have an adventure, right? You're not here to change the world or whatever the fuck. Niggas be trying to change the world. Crazy, boy. Niggas be thinking they Superman in this hoe. Like, I'ma be that shit. That shit, this world ain't meant for that design. You feel me? That's you living in a fantasy or whatever, right? You're meant to experience out here and change your world. The end. That's what all these stories are saying. They're not saying, oh, you got to be the superhero of all of humanity. You got to be able to change your world. And then what will happen is, slowly but surely, you'll start to change other people's world based off of your energy just residing in that spirit. So then you'll be like, well, wow, damn, I done affected now my mama got some of this game. Oh shit, my partners are starting to resonate with me. You feel me? Oh wow, I done started a YouTube channel and this community of people is resonating with me. Whatever, right? But saving the world, that is not your plight. All right, let's see what y'all questions is, baby. Let's see what y'all got before I get out of here. Let me start from the top. There's an HBO documentary out, right, about the dangers of Kundalini. The Dragon's Breath, I believe, is called. Anyone heard of it? Yeah, there's probably just something about stopping you from your light. You feel me? Remember, your Kundalini energy is something pivotal for you, right? It's a spiritual transformation thing. So you're just raising up your energy that fell to the root chakra back up to the Godhead. So in the mythology and Gnosticism, the mythos is this demiurge energy basically capsulated Sophia, the fallen daughter, to the lower nature of herself, which is the lower three chakras. So now you move animalistically based off of, you know, you trying to be just so damn human and shit, right? Remember, spiritual transformation is about the invisible. So you'll be something different, completely different and strange than just being so in the world as a human. You feel me? So you want to be able to raise your kundalini energy and practice that practice heavy. Fam, how I'm going to do a no fab type situation when I got a whole queen at the castle. That's the whole point. Go read the book. That's the thing. That's what you got to do. That works. Yeah, you can still have sex. You just can't ejaculate. What's the book called? Montauk Chia's book. Cultivating your sexual energy. You just have to stop. That's the discipline. That's the energy. See, when you stop, hold it, and pull back, do them pullbacks, essentially you're gonna be God. You feel me? Because you know how hard it is to stop, fellas. So now when you stop, oh, you done fucking nigga damn near be in a whole nother world. How the fuck did I stop? What? Ha. You see, I done went. See, I'm going losing now. That's how I feel. Shit, you just stop. You be blanked out. You be damn near like, where the fuck am I at? You gotta stop and do the pullbacks where you're squeezing your perineum, squeeze your lower abs and your upper abs, right? And just raise that energy up. Now, you know, you gotta read Montauk Chia's book because he got all the exercises in there. Like you have to rub your lower back and shit like that. And then even visualization is important. But yeah, that's what it is. That's part of it. That's part of it. That's the work. You could do it, bro. I did a whole 28 shebang. Yeah, I know Lamar. Yep. Pascal Beverly Randolph books. Yep. That's the guy too. What else we got? What else? Can you split your ancestor money to several ancestors because there are a few of them I would like? Yep, absolutely, John. You could do that. Absolutely. Remember, this is your walk, so you're just going for what you know and how you feel. Remember, this is about feeling and not logic. That logic thing is what I see in YouTube that's fucking niggas up. Everybody wants to say, no, it's my way. This is how you got to do it. This is what it is. Ha! The niggas don't even realize we all different beings. So niggas will tell you, you got to do it this way or else you can't. There's no other way. And they don't even know that your energy is built in a whole different way. So they might be fucking you up based off of them saying like, nigga, you can only do this. You feel me? You can only eat fruits. That's a day. Everybody, that's a dangerous thing to tell people. But now look, all of that stuff will work, right? Cool. It might work. It might not work for some people. Some people might have to eat meat. That's just what it is, baby. I'm just telling you what it is. You feel me? Some people might have that Neanderthal in them, a little bit of that Neanderthal in them. You feel me? Ha. What you think Drake and J. Cole got to do? They might have to might have to eat some of that meat, baby, even though they got half black, half white. Even though Hemet is here, the physical, can I still watch his lectures too? Absolutely, yeah. Bobby will come through if you watch his lectures because Bobby is here on the physical and he's active in the spiritual as well because his ass be coming through. Now, I believe Bobby has, obviously we understand that Bobby has transcended this physical realm and his physical body is still here, but he's completely somewhere else. You feel me? Doing his thing. What's the name of the book? Entity Detachment. Oh, let me see if I can find it real quick. It's somewhere in here. I just pulled it out yesterday. Ay. Damn. go. Here we go. Entity attachment removal. Self-help. Rise Harrington and Brian Jameson. The ABCs of releasing spirit attachments for do-it-yourselfers, which is you. Now remember, these entity attachments is basically just emotional urges or demi-urges, the urge to whatever, do the human shit. You feel me? So there's an urge that you might not even realize you have based off of you being addicted to that urge, or not addicted, but repetitiously stuck in that urge. So like people drink coffee, right? And they don't see nothing wrong with it, but that's just an urge that they have to drink that coffee. You feel me? People jack off, porn. That's a huge one. That urge to jack off is a spirit, is an entity attached to you, right? See the Little Dirk situation. Let me go over that real quick. Little Dirk, he's in an egregor spirit. You feel me? So that egregor spirit is just essentially him feeling that he has, because black people had this thing of eye for an eye in the hood, right? Some of y'all. And that eye for an eye is egregor spirit saying like, yeah, I got to get my lick back, or yeah, I'm going to get mine. You feel me? See, the real game is in forgiveness of your transgressions, in the aspect of like, oh, okay, this ain't, okay, this is just an illusion. This is this situation is happening, right? Cool. I don't have to keep the situation going based off of my emotional demiurge current to live in that egregor spirit of macho, I'm the nigga type shit. You feel me? That young nigga energy shit, right? So that's an important thing. And I seen that nigga Quando Rondo make that video, and I guess he apologized. He said, hey, I forgive everybody. So that's him doing his big one and saying, nigga, I want to be home, nigga, with my babies and shit. I don't want to be locked up in the jail or feds and shit. These niggas will lock up your cells in a cell, and then you'll just be frying in that cell. So then you got to turn Muslim to go within, because then that shit is a different level of gas if you can't get no sun every day. You feel me? So yeah, this is a good book. See, it even got chapter 3, the earthbound condition. It is basically summed it up for y'all, but oh shit, hold on. The earthbound condition, right? Attached and unattached. Yeah, so just go through that for sure. Yeah, I appreciate it, Sleuth. I appreciate it. Hey, I like this thing up, baby. I like this thing up. What else y'all got? Dreamwise, been very curious about tapping in with Tahuti. I am curious, how do you go about it, deity work? Yeah, Tahuti is a simple energy to tap in. I used to deal with Tahuti heavy. The way you deal with Tahuti is get a statue of Tahuti, but then all you got to do is read and write the end. So chaos writing is good, where you're just constantly writing. Because remember, these entities, these deities are inside of you. You feel me? So the way you turn them on is by doing what they do, right? So Tahuti was a scribe. He was a writer. So just start writing stuff. That it doesn't matter what you're writing, just start writing stuff, and then eventually something else will turn on inside of you, right? Start reading stuff heavy. Reading is important. Spiritual books, all of that stuff. That's how you turn on Tahuti heavy. You feel me? Break down the movie Let Go, Hell by Halle Berry. Let Go. I ain't seen that movie. Let Go. I'm gonna check it out though. That was Secret of Love. Yep, that's the book, Divine Nine. What's a root chakra exercise the family could do this Mars Day? You just start eating strawberries, eat red apples. You feel me? Grounding is important. Doing squats. doing stuff with your hips and stuff like that, right? But really just doing squats will hit the root chakra heavy, like lunges and shit like that. But more so than anything, visualizing the light in your perineum, and you can visualize the light spiraling around your waist or in your private area, you feel me? And really just see that stimulation of your root chakra. Also do a visualization where you see yourself in a nice home or whatever, you feel me? See yourself in a home secured and happy, right? You just do that and then resonate with that feeling when you open your eyes out of the visualization. What else we got? What else? Okay, I think that is it. Yeah, family. So big facts. And if you are dealing with judicial system, can also lack up the cells as well by attempting to put one in that particular mindset as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, John. So yeah, understand to the core, right? They know y'all heard Wallow when he was shooting that little dirt. That's spirit when he was speaking to that nigga. When you cry and shit, that's spirit. Y'all niggas need to understand that crying is good because it's releasing something that's inside of you that has to be released. I'm telling you, nigga, you can't just sit around not cry and hold that shit in. You'll be bottled up with so much emotions and shit. When you release it, that's when the true enlightenment starts to come online, right? But he said something very important in that interview with Lil Durk. He was like, damn, what'd he say? I didn't forgot. Oh, he said, y'all little niggas is the light. Y'all got this shit, nigga. He know them niggas pressure makes a diamond, them boys in the hood and shit. Nigga, you got this genius about you that you have to just turn on. See, because niggas in the hood is so self-reliant, we're able to move through this world as entrepreneurs since we're self-reliant. It's just that we got to transform that energy from selling something that they want us to sell based off of us being programmed with the drug cartel mindset and shit, right? With Scarface and all of that other shit. And sell something that's more in alignment with our passion. The end. So niggas don't really want to be drug dealers. Niggas just find it attractive based off of them being programmed with the mindset of this is what it is. You feel me? Shit, sell your music if you have to. Be passionate about that. I was telling the family, get on this shit is, see, you gotta sometimes look right in front of you. The answer is right in front of you. These niggas putting on this TikTok shit. The dude, Hancho, I think it's Hansei or something like that on TikTok. Nigga put up a mic and did his raps for about 3 months, and now he blew up. Freestyling over old beats. And niggas found his shit attractive, right? So they gave him likes and all this other shit, and then his shit took off. And now he up. Now more energy is coming his way. You feel me? So if that's you, nigga, then turn up. And then let the world tell you that's you. But if you don't put nothing out here on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, Instagram and all that shit, then you ain't never gonna know. You feel me? You're gonna be stuck in a whole conundrum of saying, shit, I'm just I'll do it when I got time, baby. Nigga, I just showed you how shocking these niggas when they transitioned, how shocking it was. I was stuck. What? Every single time I was, what? I said, huh? How? Stuck, boy. Especially in Layla Afrika. You thought that nigga was gonna live to 200, especially his ass. That nigga checked out 74. He said, "Hope I'm gone." You niggas turned and said, "Oh shit." Ha, that nigga gone, then you know. And then Kilindi, strong nigga, swole, whatever, right? 65. And then Panic, 55. And they live big lives by using these contraptions we call YouTube and shit. So I'm not saying you got to be as big as them. I'm saying just put something out here, whatever your passion is, and run it. You feel me? Because that's the real power, and the real game is to utilize these things in this earth realm. Yourself, family, I know what it is. I love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.